In this video, we're going to talk about one of the biggest, if not the biggest, hindrances to your progress in this game. In other words, if this thing isn't a frequency that you carry, then you aren't going to get very far in this game. As you're starting to wake up and get a better source-self connection, you will tap into a drive to be you, a drive to gain clarity about the game, clarity about who you are, and to play the game in a way that will give you success. The real you is willing to be on top of your game, to win the game for yourself, no matter the cost. But this doesn't necessarily mean that this is a mindset that you have fully stepped into, and it is very important not to lie to yourself about whether or not this is a mindset that you truly have. Are you willing to be on top of your game, no matter the cost? And what can the cost possibly be? What is a common cost that often throws us off and becomes a hindrance to our growth? Well, if we first understand the value of being on the highest frequency, of being free, empowered, to be in your highest level of accomplishment yet, on top of your game. And then we can understand that to do this we need to overcome obstacles that we normally have given into. If you were to give into one of them, then essentially at that moment you were not willing to do what is needed, no matter the cost. You found it more important to sit and be a little upset. And I'm not saying that you have failed if you were to be a little upset. That could be the path towards enlightenment. Of course, you could catch yourself and see that this doesn't work. But at some point you should recognize what really matters to you. To be happy, to be in the moment, to be source. And if you still have things going on that is hindering you from staying in happiness, then you can rethink, reflect on if you truly have been willing to be truly happy, to be on top of your game, no matter the cost. How important is it for you to give into those things that are taking away from you all of this empowerment that you really want so much? So what I'm saying is that you want to be on top of your game. You want to win the game for yourself, but are you willing to pay the price? You can't sit down and be negative, think little of yourself, judge yourself, be angry at yourself. You should know better than that. Those type of paths doesn't lead you anywhere good. It's not going to do it for you. And of course there is a big list of things that potentially is going to be the cost. You might not resonate with your old friends anymore, maybe not even your family. You might want to change your mindset about many things, maybe everything, for you to be on top of your game, for you to win the game for yourself. So do you hold all things with an open hand? That is truly a mindset you can be in. And what I'm saying is that if you have made your mind up about that already, you're fully prepared to let anything go, to not give in to whatever pops up, because you are willing to pay the price for this great thing that you really want. Well, then you are going to progress efficiently. But if you haven't made up your mind, or if you're lying to yourself about this, then you might stagnate. So what really is the value of all of those and beneficial things. Those things that are in contrast with the higher frequencies. What is the value of being angry at yourself, or judging yourself, or not being fine with failure, or to think in negative ways? At some point, if you think about it a little bit, you will have an aha experience, and you will find yourself at a place where you are truly willing to win the game for yourself, no matter the cost. You will see that all those little choices will never work. It is not the way. And that's when you are really going to start learning and growing and increasing. When you truly can hold everything with an open hand and truly, wholly and completely be of the frequency that you will get there no matter the cost. If you are split about it, it's simply because you have little clarity about the value of high frequency, empowerment, and the life that comes with those things, compared to the value of being angry at yourself, or whatever other low frequency choice it should be. And you will need to think about it. You will need to take a look at it. If you have a problem with being angry at yourself, or not liking yourself, well, why is that? How is that type of behavior in contrast with the behavior of being on top of your game, being on the highest frequency? You're simply just looking at a part of the cost, and it's going to cost you the freedom to sit there and be angry at yourself. You can't do that anymore. And of course, if that is an issue you're having, or something similar, then you need to take a look at it. So you see that the cost might be bigger than you think. You will need very great awareness and very good recognition of high frequency for you to be able to truly catch all things and rather steer yourself in the direction of high frequency behavior. But you see, if you can have the mindset that whatever it should be, all things is held with an open hand, so that you can win the game for yourself, then this mindset is going to sink in. It's going to become a mindset that you truly have. And when you encounter things, you will have an increase in this frequency, and you will reduce the amount of stagnation you experience as you are recognizing lower frequencies, things that are in contrast with being on top of your game. So being on top of your game is a lot of work. Winning the game for yourself is a lot more work, and it comes at a cost, and the cost might be much bigger than you think. But are you willing to pay the price? If you truly want to win the game for yourself, then you can simply just make a choice that you are willing to pay the price, you're willing to get to the top of your game, you're willing to win the game for yourself, no matter the cost. There is no one single little thing, even, that is worth more to you than to live your best life yet, to have clarity, to be on top of your game, to win the game for yourself, to be happy and free. And if you can get to the place where you energetically feel strong when you say this to yourself, you're willing to get there no matter the cost, then you will get there. And there is no doubt about that. I'm going to say that one more time, because it's actually a very good tool. First of all, you would want this to be true. at all times, that you are willing to do the work no matter the cost, even in your weakest moments. And a good way to recognize if you truly are in this mindset is to recognize if you have your physical strength with you when you state this to yourself. I'm willing to be on top of my game no matter the cost. If you now feel strong in your grip, for example, or in your biceps, or whatever muscles, then you are in it. Then this is subconsciously true to you, and you will succeed. At that point, you are in the mindset that will give you all the success. Just make sure that you are in that mindset all the time. You're willing to get there no matter the cost. And if you truly are, then you will get there. So if you have benefited from this video, kindly consider becoming a supporter. This is all possible thanks to the supporters. Abundance, health and prosperity to you. Thank you so much.